Going on, ladies and gentlemen, the Podfather here, Philip, whatever you want to call me. It's about, 6:59 now. It's the day before NXT TakeOver War Games 2. I thought I'd do this quick little not road diary, but the road to 100, a little short mini doc or whatever, highlighting the road to 100, because it's surreal that it's happening. I did episode 94, today's Friday, Thursday morning, yesterday, at midnight, so 5 weeks basically, or 6 or 5 weeks where we're at the 100th episode. It's surreal that it's happening for me. I don't know how Brandon feels about it, but this is a huge milestone. They made a whole big deal about 205 Live hitting 100 episodes, and that's monumental within itself. Like when a television series or network series, live stream series, whatever, hits 100 episodes, that is a pretty big deal. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Podfather here. Just recorded episode 95. It's the day before Thanksgiving, 2018. We're really moving it along. I want you guys to check it out. If I can flip the camera, is this how you flip it? Is this how you flip it? Is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, it's bouncing. It'll be up soon. Yeah, we're so close to episode 100. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. But I'm just checking in for this whole little road to 100 thing. See you guys next time. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Podfather here, episode 96. Raw, what the F was that? Has just been recorded. It's Tuesday night. It's about 9:30 Tuesday night. I think it's November 27th, 2018. We're close, man. 97, 98, 99. 4 weeks away, baby. 4 weeks away from episode 100. Probably one of the biggest shows that we're ever going to do. I'm excited, man. I really am. We're doing another award show, like I said in one of the previous vlogs, I guess you can call it. Sorry for the hand there. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Excuse the mess. Get a shot of Chico right there. There you go. But man, we're coming along. We really are. I still need to get Brandon's interview for this whole documentary thing that I'm doing. But episode 96 in the books. 4 weeks away. I can't wait, baby. I can't wait. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Podfather here. Episode 98 in the books. I think it's called Everybody Needs a Little TLC. TLC's this Sunday. I will be in attendance for that. I'll take some video and I'll get a vlog up or two for that. And yeah, we're almost episode 100. This is a big deal for the Bulletcast boys. I don't know how excited Brandon is about it, but we'll see. We'll see once the 100th episode comes. Alright, 99 next week, back in the studio. 98 was a phone call pod. 100, we're going to give you that crisp, pristine, performance-enhancing audio. Stay tuned.
Bulletcast means to me revolution. A revolution to podcasting from wrestling. it's not the same as throwing stars out in the wind, like stardust or gold dust. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer.
Wow.
Alright, this is the reflections on the Bulletcast from Paul Playley, aka Fantasy Booker T, aka Mean Smart Talus, aka the rated NC-17 Superstar. Number 1, what does the Bulletcast mean to me? Bulletcast means arguing with my headphones and then agreeing with them 2 minutes later in public on the bus and looking like a crazy person. The Bulletcast means I actually get to listen to and share something I love with people who get it.
Bulletcast means to me it's an outlet. It's like as the bullet leaves the gun, it's like that's exactly what we think that the gun should leave.
Bulletcast mean the king of the hill and the terrible valet? It means independent thought. It's gonna change the wrestling landscape forever. No, really, it's fans. It's a podcast for fans, made by fans, and I love every bit of it. Here's the terrible valet. She's gone.
Save the Vela, save the Vela.
There you go, baby. It's a podcast for fans, made by fans. I love it. I love the format, and it's a way for just a normal Joe Schmo like me to be able to give some wrestling thoughts to the world. So thank the Podfather for that one.
Sure. Bulletcast means a lot to me. It means that I have a platform that I could talk about pro wrestling with people like-minded like me, and that we could just talk around. We could just hang around, talk about wrestling, and tackle what this sport means to all of us.
It means, what does the Bulletcast mean to me? It gives me a platform to spew my brilliance to the world, and I'm very appreciative of that, Philip.
I think it's milestone. 100 episodes. It's nothing. It's not like Raw 1000. Hopefully Bulletcast 1000, I'll be there.
Number 2, what are my thoughts on the Bulletcast hitting 100 episodes? I think Podfather does work. I think he's going to take over the world, and this is just the beginning. Good luck, bro. You got this.
It's a great accomplishment. Showing great content, great delivery, really listening to the people and not just listening to what is force-fed to us, but actually giving us more of an incentive to think critically and give our opinions and not be able to be silenced by just by the bigger picture of like WWE or anything like that, or just a big medium and faction like that, but also be able to venture off and look through other mediums of pro wrestling like Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and of sorts. And TNA is actually doing pretty well, so it's actually getting a very well-rounded view on the wrestling world, and especially in the indies.
It's a major accomplishment. 100 of anything is crazy. There's been a little bumps along the way, little hiccups in the road, but I think it's a quality podcast, and 100 episodes is just a little tippy tip of the iceberg. We got a lot more coming for you at the podcast for sure.
Anything that hits 100 episodes is a milestone. I can imagine that, I don't think even the Podfather could imagine that it would hit 100 episodes. And for me, that's a milestone in and of itself. That a lot of shows that I know don't even reach 100 episodes. A lot of podcasts don't reach 100 episodes. People lose interest or whatever happens, but the Bulletcast hitting 100 episodes, talking about all sorts of wrestling, not only WWE, the Indies, New Japan, ROH. It's an accomplishment.
I really don't care. Who cares? It's just a number. 100, 101, what's the difference? It's all about the content, and I feel the content's getting better every single episode. So, 100, maybe we'll be 500, whatever, 400 weeks from now. Maybe we're not going to do anything for 100. I don't know. It's just a number. Age is just a number.
So, favorite Bulletcast episode? The one where I took the title from Brandon or Philip.
What's my favorite Bulletcast episode? My favorite episode was the post-show from the Cow Palace. It was the greatest single wrestling event I've ever seen live. And then to hit it after the event, after we hit the diner, after we got all our thoughts out on the screen, after we got all our thoughts out, it was perfect capper to the evening. I can't ask for a better show. I can't ask for a better group of guys to see it with. It's just grade A.
favorite Bulletcast episode. Let me see. I like
Episode 1.
I like episode 1
You
because
were
I was on it.
Anything that has to do with the top 5, of course, is the best Bulletcast content that's out there. If you haven't seen it yet, go to YouTube, go on SoundCloud, any of the places, and check out that top 5. The top 5 is coming at you hot. We haven't done it in a while, but it's by far the best Bulletcast commentary out there.
Favorite Bulletcast episode I have to be when they were telling the story about that one guy's car stalling in Daly City. That was one hell of a night, and they said it was such anger and vigor, and it was pretty amazing, that episode.
My favorite Bulletcast episode is every single episode I'm on. So like, all of them were equally great except for like 4 or 5 that I wasn't on. But besides that, they're all great. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Dude, we get paid. We do this for fun because we love this. So hopefully we get there eventually.
Number 4, what do you want Bulletcast to accomplish in the future? There's a lot left to accomplish for Bulletcast. First off, you gotta go to a damn Hood Slam. And next, you gotta profile these local heroes we got. Check out the Hood Slam, check out El Chupacabra, Broseph Joe Brody. You talk about anybody in APW, anybody at these local at the wrestling schools. You gotta hit up all these different people and just build this network and become the Bay Area show of shows. There's so much to be had here, man. Moving into the video, diversifying the channel, hit up PodCon, start being a presence at these conventions. I think you could take this thing sky high. There's so much left to accomplish in the future. That's all I got. Peace.
See more numbers, a little bit more interactive content. I think it would be pretty cool. I think they're doing pretty well for themselves right now.
Man, just take it to the next level. Let's get a couple more partners, get some sponsorships, and take it big time. I think the Bulletcast has an opportunity to really fill a void from a fan's perspective when it comes to podcasting, and I think if we play this thing right, maybe one day we'll all be professional broadcasters for real.
I want Bulletcast to accomplish a lot. I want this podcast to be streaming like on NBC, CBS, any of the local TV channels, or even a national TV channel, because I feel like the content here said on this show is that good, and we can actually make people fall in love with wrestling.
I want the Bulletcast to accomplish me holding this championship more than like a cup of coffee, because every single time I have this thing, I just get it taken away from me. I'm the Sasha Banks of this podcast, and I want to be the Brock Lesnar of this podcast, who holds it for such a long period of time but never defends it, because it's mine. You have to pay me to defend this championship. Okay?
I guess it's time for my portion of the video now. 100 episodes, that's a huge accomplishment for anybody, especially a guy who's the champion at 100 episodes. Myself, the Podfather, the reigning, defending Bulletcast champion, just like Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roddy Strong, and Adam Cole, baby! This title reign is hashtag forever undisputed for life, brother. No, but seriously, man behind the character. I want to thank everybody who's ever helped me with this podcast. If you've ever done any voiceover work for me, or any design or graphic design or sketching or whatever, Valerie, Crystal, Paul, thank you so much. If you've ever given me a voiceover, if you're a wrestler, meaning Cody Rhodes, Big Mike Elgin, Jack Swagger, Zack Sabre Jr., thank you. X-Pac, thank you so much. You know, you didn't have to, but you did. I appreciate that. If I've ever interviewed you, Chris Master, Shane Cody, a little bit of the chemo interview, that was really Brandon's work. The Bite Club, thank you guys, and Jeff Cobb, shout out Jeff Cobb. That was awesome. I appreciate the time that you let me talk with you guys. El Guerrero, you know, thank you guys so much. And now, if you've ever been on this show, Sean Stewart and AJ, the first ever episode. I want to thank you guys. Sean became the lunatic freelancer because of that. That was really cool. If you've ever been on the show just once, you know Bobby Spang, a four sportsman guy. I appreciate him. Kevin Nguyen, Shane Kumar, thank you. Anthony, the Portuguese guy, shout out. Big E, Eric Samayoya, or however the hell you say your last name, thank you, man. And then if you've been a recurring member of the show, you know, Max Mendoza, former Bulletcast champion, I want to thank you. Floman Reigns, thank you. The three of us, you know, kind of like the Shield, brothers in the trenches, we're brothers in arms. I want to thank you, boys. Chris, King of the Hill, thank you for the top 5, man. I really enjoyed those with you. We got to keep those going. We got to keep them up. My buddy Damon, he's been on the show before. I'm going to thank you. Who else? Mitchell. You were on the show for about 7 or 8 months, man. You gave us some really nice content, some really great takes. You loved the goofy stuff. Brandon did not. I was kind of in the middle. I enjoyed the repertoire the three of us had on air. We had something. The State of the Union we did was great. I love that. And if you ever want to come back, you are more than welcome to, my guy. You're more than welcome to. Another former Bulletcast champ. And Brandon, you know, the tag team partner, the Morrison to my Miz, the Stevie Ray to my Booker T, the Tully to my Arn. You didn't have to stick around as long as you have, but I thank you. I really appreciate that you did, man. The Canadian Destroyer. You know, I've tried to be different with all these gimmicks and stuff. I don't know how you feel about them, but I appreciate the fact that you've stayed. First ever Bulletcast champ, 3-time Bulletcast champ. I appreciate Under the Radar. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's just another element to the podcast that we've added. You know, you cover NXT and a lot of New Japan stuff, and of course Total Divas, Total Bellas, Miz and Mrs., all the WWE reality show stuff you cover, and I appreciate that. I really want to thank you, man. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, you truly do mean a lot to me. And now the fans, anybody who has ever listened to this podcast once, twice, or continuously, fan mail, I appreciate all of you guys, I really do. Baby Huey and Bimbo Jimbo, thank you guys for giving me advice about podcasting and about being an on-air talent and just listening to the show. That truly means a lot to me, guys. It really does. Bulletcast, 100 episodes. It's in the books if you've listened to it already. Comment, you know, let us know. DM us on Instagram if you have any ideas of how we can advance this podcast. But honest to God, never thought I'd make it to 100 episodes. I've been burnt out since episode 50, but I decided somebody has to lead the audio revolution, and that has to be the Podfather. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 100 is in the books, and you can bet all your asses I'll see you at episode 200. And remember, none of this is ever a prediction. It's a spoiler.